Okay, getting into the game now here. 1-0 so far in the clan war versus ConFed versus TrG. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Frost Ladder Edition, it is the Blue Protoss player. The rematch, as I say. The winner of last match, the Blue Protoss Arid for TrG. And I'll let you take it over Fleet in the top right-hand corner.
Want me to
Take the introduction over in the top corner.
Okay. Up in the top right-hand corner, we have Red Terran, reigning from ConFed Gaming. It is Barcode or Solace. However you guys you like.
The ConFed barcode, very special. So these AridRepublic took over the last game versus YKY. A little bit of an interesting game. A lot of things got messed up that match, but anyways, going on to the next one. Hopefully Solace can come back, tie it up for 1-1 and bring back the name of ConFed. AridRepublic getting a pro scout at 9, actually getting the first scout off. Nice little bonus, can get back and get the mine a lot faster. Gonna see a Reaper expand from Solace. And a 13 gateway for AridRepublic.
Yep, pretty standard for Solace. Yeah, that's quite I guess standard for AridRepublic too. Yeah.
Basically standard, nothing crazy, no gas first, no barracks expands, no CC first. Just a good old standard Reaper play, which is what you see in almost every single matchup, even TVT sometimes. Seeing a probe coming out here now for AridRepublic. What kind of proxy shenanigans are we going to see from this? Maybe a proxy DT or some kind of Stargate play. Weird position for this probe to be in the bottom left-hand side of the map.
It is.
Now, with a Reaper and an SCV, you don't really like that from Solace. He's already going to get the scouting, but now he knows he gets everything. Just not going to be mining with that SCV. Maybe he'll try to do some kind of proxy factory widow mine play with this SCV being on the map already. And a pylon is being made down here. So from the positioning of this, I can almost guarantee this is going to be some kind of either proxy blink or DT. It's just so far out. And Solace should have already counted that there's 2 pylons. There is a pylon missing. So it's probably going to start looking around for this proxy with the Reaper.
Yeah, but there's a second pylon in his base, so maybe Solace might not sniff it out. I mean, this Reaper should see something and see like something a little bit fishy, like
well, no, there's a missing pylon.
Making.
There should be 3 pylons in his base at the time. There's only 2, so he should know that there is a proxy somewhere on the map.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Stalker's gonna come out. Does pick out a probe. Nice little pickup. Usually probes don't get that. Reapers don't get that probe. But he does, and he knows everything that's going on in AridRepublic space. Hovering a little bit of Chrono should get that energy down, get more probes out, and should have a larger lead in SCVs over him. 2 workers killed already, actually. The one at his base and down here in the base. The Reaper decorated with 2 kills. Pretty good Reaper so far. And like I said, it is the Twilight Council. Does he go for the Blink or the DT Shrine? Or, I mean, always interested to do both. But probably also going to be more of a Blink or DT and then a Factory, or go straight into Templar play.
Yeah.
Natural starting up now and has a significant lead on the Factory, on the natural for Solace, so we will have that extra mule faster. And going for a Stargate along with this Twilight Council, what kind of tech he goes for, waiting for the minerals, and we'll see in just a second what he decides to go with for this proxy. And it looks like it's going to be a DT play.
Yep.
And that is a DT and Oracle, most likely coming out of Stargate. Or did he cancel the Stargate? He did cancel the Stargate.
This is because he already has an eBay and missile turret out with the bunker here, so both of those would probably get shot down pretty hard, especially like the Oracle.
He actually canceled. He canceled the Stargate though, so Kind of nice for
Yeah,
him
you're right.
not having that, but like you
Yep.
said, this is going to be shut down 2 bunkers actually for Solace, making sure he wants to get rid of all of that. And actually, the response to the 2 bunkers and the missile turrets is because he saw that there was only 2 pylons. He knew there was a proxy,
Hmm.
and either one, the missile turrets and the bunkers, take care of all of the problems.
Yep.
Reaper's still at 2 kills, hasn't been able to get any other probes. Uh, Now a robotics facility coming down, so he's gonna be able to move into Colossus play into the mid game. And another
Yep.
pylon coming down for AridRepublic. This is going to be for the DTs, which are going to be shut down pretty hard by those barracks. Sad to see. Going for 2 DTs, so try to go to 1 to each base. But one of them might be able to get by, but these Hellions will clean them up pretty easily if any of them do manage to squeak by. This puts Solace in a great position. A lot of resources have been sunk into this tech. Probably nearly 500 gas. A lot. So going to put him in a good position. Trying to get the slice off the Hellions, but not managing.
Yeah, this is just. Well, I see that Solace is going for his kind of like his little standard mech styling he likes to do. He is a very, very good mech player. I mean, we got the Raven and Hellions coming out at the moment. I mean, that's just his kind of his forte, and he actually plays it pretty well too. So I would like to see what he does against this Protoss, which I mean, pretty much he's been almost untouched so far. So
So it's gonna be cool to see a lot of Hellions on the map so far. He's gonna have a lot of ground control and building
yep.
more factories. We're gonna see Mech, like you mentioned. So one armory, probably gonna see another armory coming up here. But maybe with just the one armory, he might go into the 4GG kind of build, or you go
Hmm.
both. I've seen him do it a lot. He goes both mech and bio versus Protoss. It's kind of a different kind of play, but it's cool. Raven
Yep.
out to be able to pick up this DT, and not gonna do much. I like that decision, seeing
Yep.
the DT play that he builds the Raven. So no matter where he goes, he's gonna be able to pick up any DT to try to get at the tanks.
Yeah. I mean, everything he does, like especially his mech play is just really super, just solid and safe. That's what I like to see from him. Well, right now, I mean, he's basically going for his like little tank, Hellion kind of style, which, and with the Cloak Banshee coming out too. But actually, no, he didn't even research Cloak. That's just the Banshee, which is kind of weird. I think usually he does go for that, but I want to see how this Protoss reacts. He probably just throw up a photon overcharge and just take it out with his stalkers. But
There is no
let's see
observer on the
how.
field. There's no observer on the field, and Colossus finishing up, so he should be able to produce an observer after this Colossus. But how much damage is this Banshee going to be able to do? Should Cloak up here soon? Doesn't have Cloak yet, so picking up 2 kills and not researching Cloak yet. He's going to go for these Banshees to just be in the army, going to bolster his forces pretty strongly. No Vikings yet out. Colossus are on the field, so it would be nice to see some Vikings to gain air dominance over a Republic. Picking up a DT,
Yeah.
we're gonna still pick up. Blue Flame starting to be researched for Solace, which is going to give a lot of damage to these Hellbats. Any Zealots are just going to melt. Love
Yeah.
watching Zealots roast to Hellbats. 5 kills so far on the
What
Banshee.
seems weird to me is that how Republic is actually going for his like little standard style, but he's not really changing it up, knowing that he's going mech. At least from like, if you ask me, if I were in his position, I would be actually be kind of like, and you got my style a little bit because I know like standard like Stalker, Zealot,
He actually doesn't
Colossus.
know that it's mech yet. He hasn't scouted any of the
Yeah, but he
Hellbats.
sees the Hellions and a Raven, which seems pretty weird. Like that kind of
Just Hellion, but
the main.
that doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean bio. They could just be trying to get some ground control, and it makes sense with the DTs having them out. So he doesn't actually know yet, and he just keeps building stalkers, not getting any Immortals or Archons out. So I do not think Air Republic has any idea that it is mech.
That really will put him in a bad position. Then. Like that really is very good for Solace.
How many? Do you know what the hotkey is for units dead? Or brings up the tab of all the units that have died in this game.
Units lost, I think it should be.
No,
You're using the.
the control. It's control something. It brings up a tab of all the different units that have died. Like how many stalkers, zealots.
I have no idea.
Anyone in chat knows? Type it out. DT's gonna die again. This Raven, just being able to pick up these DTs as they come in, should be able to save the tanks. Nice little pickup for him. And the Hellbat soul training across the map, getting a good position to be able to siege on this third base. I like it for Solace, starting to pick off these Colossus, and just a great position.
Oh, yeah.
Great tank hits.
Those tanks are really doing quite a bit of work.
And the DTs are running in, but again, these two Ravens, Seeker Missile and the Colossus, are just gonna do so much damage. And another Missile Reaper, the Ravens doesn't have to use scans to get the DTs. The Ravens are there. Boom, they're dead. Tanks pick them off nice, quickly, easy, taking the third base out, and Solace is going to be able to push in and most likely win this game now.
Yep, it's kind of GG from here. I mean, there's really he's in an unrecoverable spot. He only has 3 gateways. I mean, it's just pretty bad for us playing in this position.
Great siege position. GG, well played coming from AridRepublic, and that's going to be game 1-1. Tied for ConFed. Now, good job, Solace. We'll see you in the next game.